What is going on? I'm so excited to be making this video today. I have with me my 2021 Harley Davidson Street Bob. This motorcycle has the Milwaukee 8 114 cubic inch engine. And I've been running it with other tunes, but today I get to find out how well a canned fuel map from Fuel Moto or canned tune from Fuel Moto, whatever, runs on this bike. And I'll be uploading it with the Dynojet PowerVision IV tuner. Now, if you're new to the channel, I want to catch you up very quickly. I am running a S&S Stealth intake with S&S Grand National exhaust. These are the cat-free exhaust, is that a thing, or no cat exhaust, and the factory header. The goal here was to give me a stage 1 setup that had a very subdued, kind of minimalistic 70s look, and I'm super duper pleased with that. And I also wanted to balance the sound of the intake to the exhaust best I could. So I still have the baffles in these exhausts, and I'm actually really happy with the way that it sounds. So now let's get on to flashing the tune on the bike. So I have the bike turned off. I'm going to power it on. This thing is going to connect. I'm going to try to get in nice and close so you can see what's going on. Hopefully it's not too blurry. I'm going to click on tunes. This is the tune that Fuel Moto shared with me. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click flash tune. I'm going to get a warning message here that says that the battery needs to be over a certain voltage. It is, and it's going to transfer the file to the bike. Now, while this is happening, you're going to hear some clicking and whirring, but the cool thing is this is a very stable software platform and hardware platform. It's communicating with this Bluetooth dongle thing from Dynojet here on the bike, and I have it hooked to the diagnostic port right there. When I'm done tuning the bike, I'll put the cover on and take this thing off. This doesn't need to stay on here, but you know, for right now, this is the way that it is. So getting back up here, we are done. Look at that. You get the nice pretty graphic. Again, hopefully you can see that. And all I need to do now is turn the bike off for 10 seconds and then turn it back on. We'll click continue and it will try to connect to the ECU again. Boom. And I've got some gauges loaded up here. So I'm going to click on live data. I have engine temperature, knot counter front, and a knot counter for the back, and I'll talk more about that when I get on the bike. But anyway, enough yip yap. I'm going to suit up and we'll go for a ride. All right, time for a test ride. We have lovely 70-degree weather, light breeze, perfect weather to test the Dynojet PowerVision IV. So let's do it. And we're connecting to ECU. All right, we have live data. Yeah, there we go. We'll go easy on her till she warms up. And I consider her warmed up to be about 260 degrees or so. 250 maybe. We're at 181 right now. Normally I had west on 312 down here, but we're going to go east today. We'll mix it up a little bit. So one of the things that I noticed with the Screaming Eagle tune was that it knocked a lot, or at least the knock indicators would go up in the 10s if you whack the throttle. And I was talking or chatting or emailing rather with Fuel Moto, and they said not to get too obsessed about that. They said if the bike's running good and you're not hearing any knocks, it should be fine. That some knock events were normal. So, okay, cool. but I am going to look at them today just to see how they compare to the Screaming Eagle tune, as well as the last tune that I ran on this bike with the PowerVision IV, which was the canned tune from Dynojet for this bike using the Screaming Eagle slip-ons. And it ran pretty good, even though I have S&S slip-ons. First thing I'll mention that I am noticing over the Screaming Eagle tune, and I might have forgotten to mention that in my last video, is there's not a lot of decel pop. Now that was something that was really present before with the Vance & Hines slip-ons and the Screaming Eagle tune. You get a lot of pop pop when you let off the gas, especially if you did that, and I'm not getting any. And I'm used to a little decel pop. I've had Ducatis that have done that in the past, but I'll be honest with you, it's fun for a minute and then it gets super annoying. So I'm really thankful that so far this bike has no decel pop with the Fuel Moto tune loaded through the Dynojet PowerVision IV. I'll let you know in this video if that situation changes as the bike warms up and after we give it a little more beans. Man, it is crisp. It's a little cool. I should have wore more clothes. I'll be all right. An amazing mid-range there, above 3 grand. I mean, it really scoots. I don't know if it's really any faster than it was with the Screaming Eagle, but this bike never fails to impress me with this mid-range. If you've ridden inline fours or triples or something like that, and you've not experienced the raw power of a, you know, 114 cubic inch or even 107 cubic inch Harley or better, you're really missing out. I'm not saying it's faster than any bikes you've ridden, but the way it does what it does is so different, so primal. Got to be a little careful. The pavement's still wet. We had some rain earlier and it's not exactly warm enough to evaporate all of it off the road. Oh yeah, I wish this Kia would get the heck out of my way. So we're up to about 246. I'm going to call that warmed up. We've only got one knock event so far. I didn't feel it or notice it. I just happened to glance down and see it on the gauges here. The bike is running incredibly well. It's very well sorted, very polished. It feels very factory plus. Lots of power. No decel pop to speak of. It's pretty cool out, so I'm curious how much warmer we get than 246. All right, let's get the beans. Woohoo! See ya, Kia. Jesus, this thing will get it in 5th gear. All right, so let's talk about the throttle smoothness. It's very good. Very well. That was the best timing ever. I just slowed down before that cop showed up. But the throttle smoothness is fantastic. Very gentle to tip in. Not abrupt at all. I mean, right there, on and off throttle, that's very good. Way better than my Suzuki SV650 that has a flash. This thing is almost buttery. The release right there, you can feel it a little bit, but the tip-in is excellent, so not a big deal. And if you modulate that release like that, I mean, it's non-issue. It's very, very good. Easily the best bike I have in the garage in terms of throttle response. Kudos to Dynojet and Fuel Moto. This thing is really, really running great. Downshifts are pretty good. What's up, guys? Trying to spread goodwill. Yeah, we're in third. Let's go to second and see what we get here. Yeah, I mean, that's just so easy to do. So throttle response, A+ throttle response. Totally digging that. Plenty of giddy up. We're not getting too many knock events. This is actually a lot lower, but in all fairness, it's a lot cooler outside, and the engine temp has not really gotten much above 250, which is the lowest I've ever had this bike run. So I would expect, based on that, fewer knocks. So let's see how it does at very, very low RPMs. We'll call these cruising revs. So we'll just keep it around 2,000. How about that? So we roll into it in fifth gear at 2,000. Yeah, really nice. Let's go to sixth gear. We're doing about 45, 46 in sixth gear. Really, really nice. Yeah, roll on is still really great, around 1,700 RPM. No knocks. Yeah, this is a great tune, y'all. I'm really, really pleased with it. One thing that I have noticed, though, when I was stopped a ways back, I do feel like the bike might be running a little rich. Now, that might be by design because, you know, this hasn't been tuned on a dyno, and Fuel Moto doesn't want to send you a tune that would knock, but I don't know. What I will say is it smells a little rich. I had not noticed any fuel smells, and I do get the slightest waft of unburned fuel. So perhaps this could benefit from a auto-tune session. I'm not sure if that would help or not. What do you think? Woo! Using those brakes. I do need to adjust the brake down there. That forward control brake is a little bit too flat. It's on my to-do list. I really have to like be intentional about using it, and I think that, you know, if it was up a little more, it'd be a little easier to use. Oh, I feel sorry for that guy. A, he's in a wheelchair, and B, he's got no helmet on, and he's in the middle of the traffic. That's pretty terrible. Hopefully his situation doesn't go from bad to worse. Yeah, so I'm so happy with this bike right now. The tune from Fuel Moto has really amped it up. It's so smooth. It runs so good. And these people probably think I'm crazy for talking in my helmet right now. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you have tried this tune on your bike, let me know what you think about the process and how it ran on your Milwaukee 8. Until next time, y'all, dodge the cagers, and I'll talk to you later.